Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, May 12th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable. That's roundtable.com over the past week. Lots to discuss. This is a very big week. It was Google I/O, so we had the new Google Search Generative experience, which is them showing off their answer to AI in search. We had a potential unconfirmed Google search ranking algorithm update on the past few days. So when Google I/O happened, and really it's continuing throughout today, Google said helpful content update is coming in the coming months that are going to showcase hidden gems. Google Bard made some updates. We have perspectives, INP, AI images, and about this image, Bing chat models, Bing core search stuff, and so much more. So definitely stay tuned. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, Rank Ranger. Thank you, Rank Ranger. Rank Ranger is the all-in-one SEO professional software platform. Rank Ranger is a comprehensive SEO platform that allows you to grow your business with data analytics. It offers valuable insights through advanced rank tracking, including above-the-fold tracking, organic share of voice reporting, actual SERP feature data, and SERP analysis tools. So definitely check them out at rankranger.com. Thank you, Rank Ranger, for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. By now, I'm sure you all know about the new Google Search Generative experience. They're calling it the SGE. And it's basically Google showcasing their AI features in search. Their all new search engine. It's going to roll out as a labs experiment. So if you want to sign up, you have to be US English or VPN in there, to labs.google.com/search and sign up there. I wrote a very detailed blog post at Search Engine Land and Search Engine Roundtable explaining how it looks, how it feels, how it actually functions, the search ads in there, and so much more. I did a separate video earlier this week, a couple days ago actually when it launched, about it as well. But here's a screenshot showing you the interface with the big links there. I do think Google really thought out publisher links in there. They need to, because without people clicking on ads, they have to figure out a way how people are going to click on ads. So if they're going to have to figure out how people click on ads, they're going to have to figure out how people click on publisher sites. But maybe I'm wrong. It's very, very interesting. I think it was impressive overall. And I think I was expecting a lot worse from a publisher perspective. So anyway, if you want to learn more, I have a very, very detailed blog post at Search Engine Land and Search Engine Roundtable. Definitely take a look at that. The community is mixed. Some people hate it. Some people think it's the end of SEO. Some people think it's the end of content on the web. And some people think, no, Google did a good job. So we will see, but definitely take a look at that. I think they did a good job. And also this morning or late last night, a Googler actually went ahead and published an explainer PDF that Google's using internally, cleaned up a lot, showing you pretty much what I wrote. So definitely take a look at that. I have it at the top of the post with actually a detailed PDF documenting how this search experience works and so forth. So definitely take a look at that. I was talking about a Google I/O search ranking algorithm update that was unconfirmed. That's unconfirmed by Google, but it does look like Google did some type of pretty big algorithm update over the past couple days. Specifically starting on May 10th through May 11th and 12th, even today. The tools, Mozcast, Rank Ranger, SEMrush, SERP Metrics, Advanced Ranking, AccuRanker, pretty much all of them, but not all of them, are showing significant volatility. Not as much as the earlier one earlier this month, but very still big volatility, and there's a lot of chatter as well. So definitely, if you notice changes starting on Wednesday, Thursday, and then through today, you are definitely not alone. Definitely take a look at that. Google then also, deep down in one of their blog posts, talked about a helpful content update system that's coming out, where Google's going to update the helpful content system to find what they call hidden gems. And Google wrote, we're also improving how we rank search overall. Helpful information can often live in unexpected or hard to find places. A comment in a forum thread, a post in a little known blog, or an article with unique expertise on a topic. Our helpful content ranking system will soon show more of these hidden gems on search, particularly when we think they'll improve results. That's going to be interesting, to be able to pull out a forum post deep inside of a forum thread, to be able to pull out a comment left on a blog. We will see. That's coming. A new helpful content update is coming in the coming months. I will keep you posted on when Google releases that. Google also officially started to roll out, which is going to come in a couple weeks, the perspective feature. We saw perspective roll out for news. We saw examples of perspective. We actually covered it last week. More examples of perspectives, but now it's actually rolling out. Google confirmed it's going to be rolling out in the coming weeks. And it's basically Google's way of going ahead and showing long and short form videos, images, written posts that people have shared on discussion forums, Q&A sites, and social media. Google wants you to learn from those perspectives. It's kind of like TikTok in the actual search results, which again, none of you should be surprised by. I covered this before when Google was testing this, and now it's launching live. Google also has released new generative AI image label data, metadata, where you can actually say if you are using an AI tool to generate images, like I do, I'm using Midjourney, you can now label that as being AI generated, and Google will show that label in the Google image search results. Google also launched a new About This Image Snippet feature, where they have actually something called About This Result. They have basically applied it to image search. Now, if you click on a image, you're able to click on this little 3 dots and then click on, say, About This Image, and that will show you things like where the image was first indexed, where the image may have been first appeared, where else the image has been seen, and a bunch of information around that image. This is launching in the US English results in the coming weeks, so definitely take a look at that as well, which is pretty interesting. Google also launched at I/O that they are going to launch the INP factor, interaction to next page, which we discussed a year ago. That's going to happen. Now Google has a timeline when they're going to replace FID with INP. Got that? They're replacing in Core Web Vitals. So Core Web Vitals is a bunch of metrics. The FID metric is going to be replaced by INP because Google thinks it's a better metric to understanding responsiveness of a page, and that's going to go live on March 2024. Google's not really saying it's a ranking factor. They're saying it's not a ranking factor, but they're saying it is a ranking factor. In short, Google said it's not going to help you necessarily if you have a great INP score. It's not going to go ahead and make you have good rankings or bad rankings. It's just one of the many things that Google uses overall to align with other search ranking factors and signals that Google uses. So keep that in mind. That's launching in March 2024, and the Google Search Console reports will reflect that at the end of this year, Google said. Google Bard has announced a bunch of stuff, including dropping their waiting list. So there's no longer a waiting list for Bard. It opened up to about 180 different regions in English, Japanese, and Korean now, but I don't think they're in European regions. I think there's some legal issues with that. So anyway, it's there. Also, they added knowledge graph answers with more visual information to help you get a better idea of what you're exploring, including showing map data, including be able to integrate Google Lens, where you actually go ahead and understand images that you upload to it, and a bunch of other features like dark mode, which people liked, and it's using Palm 2. It's fully using Palm 2 now. It handles more coding features, and there's a bunch of other features in there that you should definitely take a look at that. So definitely take a look at that as well. Also, the new Google search engine uses not just Palm 2, but also MUM, which I don't think it matters, but just to let you know. Moving on to Microsoft. Microsoft said their Bing Chat AI models can update every few times a year, like 3-4 times a year, they said, because it takes a while for the training models to be trained. It could take months and months for the training models to learn. So it could take Microsoft could actually update the Bing Chat models every 3 times a year or so. That's what Microsoft said. Also, Microsoft said that these Bing Chat AI improvements can be incorporated into the Bing core search algorithm, but not in every way. They might not always be synchronized. But keep in mind, when Bing does update the chat model, those improvements have improved. We saw when Microsoft first announced Bing Chat, they actually said, hey, we actually rolled out improvements to the overall search quality of relevancy in the Bing search results. And Gabe asked Bing's Mikhail, saying, can these Bing Chat models, when they get updated, can it actually improve the core search results in Bing search? And he said yes, but they're not synchronized. Bing core search updates happens more frequently, meaning when a Bing Chat update happens, you're not going to see it like the same day as a core search update. But they do interact, and like they've done in the past, and you can actually see improvements there, which is nice to see. All right, going back to Google. Google finally commented about the drop in FAQ-rich results that we've seen recently over the past month or so, where Glenn Gabe spotted this early, and John Mueller said, basically a disclaimer first saying, this is not an official statement, it's just my opinion, but he's basically said, sometimes Google has to readjust things because everybody's using it, so they can't show it as often. Basically is what he said, Google sometimes needs to adjust stuff. So FAQs were all over the place, now they're showing up almost nowhere, so definitely keep that in mind. John Mueller also made another interesting comment saying, high quality content might still be of low value to the web. So just because you're writing high quality content in terms of what you define as being high quality in terms of page structure, covering everything you need to know, but that content might not be valuable to the web in general, he's saying. That caused a little bit of a stir, as you can imagine. Gary from Google spoke about how using the hreflang attribute, obviously it's useful for hreflang and international discovery and so forth like that. Gary also said that it could actually be used to help Google discover stuff, a new way to discover stuff. It's kind of an unintended consequence, he said, of it, which is great. Google is testing this weird search snippet with visual explore elements. We saw this actually being used by Microsoft. I don't like it, but here's what it looked like. It was spotted by Scott Salter. Kind of looks like what Microsoft tested. It didn't go live with I/O, which is thankfully it didn't go live with I/O, but it does look very weird. Microsoft Advertising announced this new ad solution for AI chat bots platforms. Very weird announcement. It said absolutely nothing outside of we are rolling out some sort of ad solution for AI platforms. So if you do have like, I don't know, ChatGPT and you want to monetize it, you can use Microsoft Advertising to monetize it. Very weird statement, but it's important to cover. And to end it, Ginny Marvin, the Google Ads liaison, confirmed again and reiterated there were some rumors floating around that GA4's deadline is going to be pushed off. That is not true. She said there is no way Google is going to go ahead and push off that deadline. GA4's deadline is still happening, so don't think it's going to not happen. Make sure you go onto GA4 and get ready. And finally, we post another vlog with Glenn Gabe about AI content, EEAT, and the future of search and so forth. So definitely take a look at that. And we have more coming in the future. In any event, thank you so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. This is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com over the past week. Everyone have a great, safe weekend. And thanks again to Rank Ranger for sponsoring. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you, Rank Ranger.